Jennifer Lopez has paid millions to try to keep some big secrets out of our reach. Unfortunately for her, even money won't keep these in the dark. An alleged inappropriate tape scandal secret. Now, the singer's intimate videos recorded by her first husband, Ohani Noah, have been the subject of a very complicated legal battle for years. Her ex-husband's business partner, Ed Meyer, planned to unveil the film telling a tale of their failed marriage. Jennifer Lopez had filed a $10 million lawsuit against ex-husband Ohani Noah, whom she claims is violating a confidentiality agreement in place since 2004 by shopping around a honeymoon video the two made back in 1997. The video, which was called How I Married Jennifer Lopez, the J-Lo and Ohani Noah story, apparently includes Lopez wearing very little clothing and supposedly being intimate with Noah. It reportedly also contains a fight between her and her mother. Lopez and Noah first met at a Cuban restaurant in Miami, where he was working actually as a waiter. They married in February of 1997, but divorced only 11 months later. And Noah would go on the record much later and say their relationship changed after Lopez catapulted to the next level of stardom. He said, "Jen loves being in love, but she's been engaged 6 times now. I was husband number 1, and she told me I was the love of her life. When we laid in bed on our wedding night, she said we would be together forever." He then continued by saying, "We fell in love when she was already famous, but during our marriage, she became a mega star. For years, it was too painful to talk about. I wanted to lie low and live my life, but when I saw she got married to Ben, who is a good guy, the feelings all came flooding back." It sounds to me like he still loves her, right? Now, the master tape of all the footage was in a central depository per court order, but Meyer believed at the time that they had a legal loophole after Lopez withdrew her claims while the case was in arbitration. Meyer had said, "We are going to produce a DVD and also have a streaming release of the J-Lo home video footage. There is a revealing video of her with lack of clothing and inappropriate situations, especially in the hotel footage from the honeymoon." He added that the footage will shock her fans and claimed that he had unfinished business with Lopez as he continued to expose her personal side. A Los Angeles judge had ordered Noah not to release the video while the case was being decided. In 2007, she won $545,000 in damages and attorney fees in another lawsuit that blocked Noah from publishing a ghostwritten tell-all book. Lopez claimed Noah demanded $5 million to keep from publishing the book. Lopez believes the video footage and proposed film are exploitative and offensive and would damage her career and reputation, which is fair. Noah disputed the claim, saying, "It's a movie about my life. They're trying to ruin my life again. She don't want me to succeed, and that's the problem." The legal drama itself is probably worthy of a telenovela, but the judge agreed with Lopez, and ultimately the tape will sit in that depository until forever. This next secret is alarming, but also surprising, because despite her failed attempts at trying to keep it out of the public, it is public for people to see, but many people aren't aware of it. This is the Jennifer Lopez criminal secret scandal. This dates back to 2015 and involves illegal substances, fraud, and payola, which is the practice of bribing someone to use their influence. You learn something new every day. Now, accusations are that J-Lo spiked a Sony label executive's drink and took them back to her house, where she then gifted them with numerous amount of things in exchange for streams and sales. It was also alleged that she actually took part in this deed more than 8 times over the span of like 3 months from March 2015 to June of 2015. J-Lo never responded to these allegations. However, on June 2nd, 2015, her debut single, If You Had My Love, spiked 88 spots to number 15 on the US daily Spotify charts before falling 81 spots to 106 the following day. Many believe this is one of the many times where label executives, gave Lopez exactly what she wanted. The same song would have random and strange spikes on platforms such as Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, etc., all helping, to push the song on the Hot 100. When a blog posted on this incident, Jennifer lost over 50,000 followers on Instagram and Twitter, and the hashtags boycott JLo and JLo payola began trending, with, boycott JLo being the number 1 trending hashtag at the time. The following day, Kiss FM announced they would be cutting ties with JLo, and 3 days later, her song was actually removed from Spotify playlisting. Interesting. Jennifer has never spoken out about this, of course, and her mental state during it and how she felt about it. She actually hasn't even mentioned it once, so I guess we'll never know. Jennifer Lopez's name has surfaced in a $400 million essay lawsuit against her ex-boyfriend Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy has so many allegations right now. Honestly, it's hard to keep up with who's accused him of this, who is suing him with that. It's a lot, but this case will be unforgettable because this case was filed by Michigan inmate Derek Lee Cardello Smith, who's actually serving his own sentence for an essay case of his own. He alleges that Diddy spiked his drink and essayed him during a 1997 after party. Court documents actually, revealed plans to call Jennifer Lopez as a witness, citing her past relationship with the rapper from 99 to 01 as potentially helpful for providing, relevant insights. Cardello Smith alleges he first met Diddy while working as a bartender at a bar that Diddy would sometimes show up at. His claim is that Diddy invited him to a private after party at a hotel in Detroit where the rapper offered him a drink that was allegedly laced with an unknown illegal substance. According to the lawsuit, Cardello Smith said he felt unstable, a little woozy, actually lost consciousness, and later woke up to Diddy engaging in intimate acts with a woman. He alleges that Diddy actually said to him, "I did this to you too," upon, noticing that he had regained consciousness, woke up, and was actually watching them. Jennifer Lopez has not publicly commented on the allegations, but her potential involvement has captured widespread attention. Speculation, suggests her testimony could provide crucial insights, into Diddy's character during the time of their relationship. The mention of Jennifer Lopez has added a new dimension to the case, fueling public interest. And while it remains unclear whether Lopez, would have testified or not, her involvement could have influenced the trajectory of the lawsuit and bring additional attention to the allegations against Diddy. Now, Diddy's legal team has labeled it as baseless, and that Cardello Smith mentioned 2 different locations for this alleged incident. They're also arguing that the claims were filed past the statute of limitations. Jennifer will likely keep doing what she's been doing, which is nothing, and just stay completely silent on the matter, so I doubt we'll hear anything further from her. But some new reports have actually come out and said that the case has actually been dismissed by a Michigan court. The legal proceedings apparently hit a snag when Lopez was unexpectedly pulled into the case, leading to the judge's final ruling on January 22nd, 2025. Now, according to court documents, the federal judge rules that, Cardello Smith's lawsuit was indeed filed too late, beyond the statute of limitations. The judge explained that when the alleged incident occurred in 97, the law allowed just 3 years to file claims, making Cardello Smith's 2024 lawsuit invalid. The court officially dismissed the case with, prejudice, meaning the accuser cannot bring the same allegations again in the future. Now, the court also dismissed Diddy's request for monetary sanctions against Cardello Smith for legal fees, although the judge stated that this could be reconsidered depending on future actions. Lastly, we have a big secret JLo never wanted the public to catch wind of. It's the story of how she has shamelessly stolen songs and vocals from other artists. Jennifer Lopez has been seen as someone who has mastered it all: dancing, acting, singing. The singer rose to fame after her role as Selena in the self-titled biopic. Now, though her singing career has brought her much fame and success, Lopez has been known to frequently rip off other artists. The Latina artist has had a habit of just borrowing vocals from other artists and passing them off as her own. Although this is not uncommon in the music industry, it is a clear, case that in JLo's situation, she's lip syncing to these vocals. They aren't hers. Interestingly enough, Lopez has many well-known artists who have picked up the slack for her vocally, including Ashanti, Brandy, and Christina Milian. Some critics and fans have accused her of using ghostwriters, auto-tune, and stealing vocals. One notable example is the controversy surrounding her hit single If You Had My Love back in 1999. Now, If You Had My Love is arguably one of Lopez's, signature songs. It serves, as her debut single. Now, released in 99, the single charted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for about 5 weeks straight. The chorus, however, was sung by Shinette Harrell. Now, Harrell's vocals are mixed like background vocals, so we can't really blame JLo too much, but another one is Get Right, and it's definitely a fan favorite from JLo because it's super catchy. Now, producer Rich Harrison wrote the song alongside Usher, and it was originally recorded for Usher's 2004 album Confessions. After the song failed to make the album, Harrison passed the track to Lopez as an apology for giving One Thing to A. instead of her. Usher apparently did not sign off on this though and demanded publishing rights. Now, My Love Don't Cost a Thing is one of JLo's biggest singles and solidified her status as an icon. The song is rumored though to be about the singer's ex Diddy. And although, you know, again, this song is one that has become her most famous song, there was no background singer listed for the track. So it's hard to say whose vocals are on the track, although it is rumored to be Keneally Cox's. Now lastly, Jenny from the Block. It's definitely Lopez's trademark song. We just can't imagine it being anyone else's, right? But with J-Lo, that isn't the case because the song was another attempt to boost the singer's street cred, and it featured Jadakiss and Styles P. Now, the voice on the single actually belonged to Natasha Ramos and was used after she kind of basically demoed the track for Lopez. Ramos's voice shares a striking resemblance to Lopez, so of course no one really noticed. J-Lo can't seem to stay out of the spotlight for good and for bad reasons, but what do you guys think? Is J-Lo trying to hide even more secrets that we're yet to hear about? Let me know. I'm your host Ashley. It's been great catching up.